got a new show for y'all.
Got a damn good show.
Bill Maher gives Don Lemon a lesson on DEI.
Yeah, well, he attempts to, but Don's not listening. he doesn't get it. We got a low capacity Don here.
Element to it. But, you know, to ascribe to all the people who voted for him, which is a majority of the country.
I didn't say all the people.
Yeah, I understand.
It's not a majority. It's plurality.
Well, whatever it is, he won.
Yeah.
It's at least half the country. I mean, to ascribe his worst traits to all of them.
I don't think it's half the country, but go on.
Well, what is?
How petty is this argument
Yeah,
about Don Lemon? Yeah. He won the popular vote. Yeah,
You can't deny that.
Yeah, the majority of the country voted for Donald Trump.
He received the largest block of voters between all the candidates. He won the popular vote.
Yeah.
But he's playing this game on semantics, undermining what Trump accomplished. Trump accomplished what a Republican hasn't accomplished in over 20 years.
Yeah.
Describe his
What
worst
is it?
to whatever.
How do you win an election?
Well,
And the popular
first it's the
vote.
electorate. Not everybody votes, and I don't think I think most of the people in America don't vote, and I don't think it's half the country. So what I'm saying is, I don't think half the country is racist, and I don't think all of MAGA is racist. But I do think that there's a huge element in the MAGA party that is racist, whether they are conscious of it or not. Some of them are not, and if they are not, they have had to overlook a lot of racism and a lot of bigotry. And if you do that and you say, I'm okay with this, I think that makes you worse than someone who just says, hey, I'm a racist, and they tell you.
But some of it is just a backlash to what they think was going too far, like all these corporations now that have dropped DEI. Now, in the government, they did it because he ordered
Backlash for what?
for too much DEI.
I don't think those people understand what DEI is. DEI is not the hiring of black people who are not qualified or
It can
people
be.
who are. No,
It's
no,
the
no, that's
hiring
not
of
what it's about.
unqualified people. That's what DEI is. And you don't think some black people are going to slip through the cracks? I'm sure. There's a lot of white women slip through the cracks. Just look at Trump's detail when he got shot that day. Those women didn't even know how to holster their weapon after they pulled it. Yeah.
No.
It can have that result.
But anything can be. Yes, of course it could have that result, but there's no evidence that it does have that result.
There's plenty of evidence.
Come on. Come on. You have a brain, Don. You guts to have a brain.
Kevin.
You know it.
He can't be objective with his fan base. He would destroy his career.
Yeah.
Because think about, let's say Don Lemon goes right, becomes a Trump supporter or votes Republican. He would destroy his career.
Yeah.
He's got a bunch of idiots that follow him and support him, so he can't change at this point.
Yeah.
And
I
so-
don't know about that.
Okay, so then what is your evidence? There's no evidence that there is that result. If you can show me the evidence, then okay, then I will agree with you.
Well,
Wait a minute. The day the president was shot, it was for the whole world to see. That white woman couldn't even reholster her weapon.
Yeah. And you can't tell me that
Well, no,
woman's
and
more,
what-
that woman is more suitable for the job over a man. So
Yeah.
men got overlooked for that job.
It was another white woman. She lost her shoe.
Yeah. What metric are you looking for? I don't even think there's data, analytical data that we can go out and see and show us a metric clearly that, this is going on. Everybody's just using our eyes and our common sense.
Yeah, the head of the Secret Service was a white lady.
Got fired. Almost got our president killed. Who leaves a building? No one, everybody in the crowd knew about the shooter before the Secret Service do. You mean to tell me DI doesn't allow people to get hired that's not qualified?
Yeah, he's just
It
playing.
was on display that day.
He's playing dumb.
well, I'm not going to name any names.
Okay, but
I'll just say
diversity,
that.
equity, inclusion, first of all, is not, maybe they're talking about affirmative action, which is a whole different thing, which is about making sure you hired, a certain number of people that are this, that, and that. But diversity, equity, and inclusion is about making sure that the pool of candidates is larger. So if you are fishing, rather than fishing in a swimming pool, maybe you're in a pond. Rather than fishing in a pond, you're in a lake, or maybe in a lake instead of a river, or in a river.
Look,
Does
whenever
that make any sense?
I understand what he's saying, but if you're increasing your net to hire people based on them not being white, that's a problem.
Yeah.
And it's going to open up all kinds of issues.
Yeah.
You should hire people based on merit.
Yeah.
Not because they're female, not because they're black, not
Yeah.
because they're gay,
Yeah.
because of their merit.
Yeah.
And that was what
That's just-
DEI was.
Yeah, and that's why everybody's pushing back on it. Don Lemon, you just answered your own question why people are pushing back on DEI. Why would you increase your pool size of applicants?
Just so you can find somebody black
Yeah.
or gay
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense.
or with clubfoot.
Clubfoot.
River and you're in the ocean. So you're just trying to find different people and you're trying to increase the number.
Different people, non-white.
Yeah. But y'all the ones that's been fooled. They wasn't even hiring. I'm sure some black people slept through the cracks, but this benefited white women more than any other
Yeah.
demographic of people.
Yeah. And where are you at on that, Don? Did you speak out on that?
Of options of qualified people that you can hire. It's not about hiring people who are not qualified and who are just black. The biggest recipient of DEI is white women.
Duh.
And also veterans, because of veterans, and also people who are disabled people. It's just about making sure
forget
that disabled
people
people
like
have
this.
a ramp somewhere at work so that they get to
I
work and they
understood,
can
but
whatever.
equity is the word, not equality. That it was a change that people noticed.
Yep.
Equality was everybody gets an equal shot. Equity is like, no, it's basically quotas. Equity is we're going.
It's quotas. I don't think that America's never been about everybody getting an equal shot.
No, it certainly hasn't been. No one's
No.
contesting that.
No.
You can't.
But that's what
that would never happen.
the idea.
Yeah.
Everybody doesn't get an equal shot because everything should be based on merit.
Yeah. Life is unfair. If you suck, you suck.
Old school liberal idea was we need to strive for equality. That changed to equity. This is what some people are against, and reasonable people can disagree on it without being racist. Having said that, there are of course racists in this country. There always will be, just like there will always be criminals.
I agree, but I think the people who are disagreeing about it, they need to understand exactly what it is. I think people who disagree may not understand what it is. Now, I have an issue with DEI because I think when you make it a religion, it's not, then you end up with the Al Frankens of the world of people who get canceled and they use the DEI stuff to get rid of people.
Don.
But I think you have to understand what the real definition is and that people have sort of co-opted it. And I think if you believe
It has not been co-opted. So why are people, black people, protesting against Target because they did away with DEI? Yeah.
And you've supported these people on your TikTok.
Yeah.
I've seen videos of you supporting this.
Morons going to Target, places that did away with DEI, and they're filling up their carts, taking up the customer service for them to, hey, I'm protesting. This is a piece of protest. I fill up my cart because y'all don't do DEI. None of y'all put everything back. Y'all punishing employees that work for the company.
Yeah, and black people are protesting Target by not shopping there.
Yeah.
Where are you at on this? Why do you think they're doing that?
It's funny because a lot of the black businesses in that store, they're not going to be purchasing their products.
Yeah.
Guess what's going to happen to those black businesses that are in Target?
Yeah, they're going to lose.
They're going to lose. They're going to get removed.
Yeah.
believe as in the definition that the MAGA Trump administration that they're saying what DEI is, that is a racist definition of diversity, equity, and inclusion.
What is
Everything's
it? What is it?
They're saying that this is because they're hiring people, women, people of color, minorities who are not qualified. And that's not what is
So
happening.
you're saying no person of color or woman who was not qualified was ever hired for any job?
I'm sorry. Well, I'm not saying that.
Oh.
Okay then. What are you saying, Don?
But
So it seems like that would have to be the logical conclusion.
But that would be
to
saying that no white people were ever unqualified.
and we know lots of them have.
Yeah. And so, so when you're, most of the people who are, they talk about the airplanes in the airplane industry. Most of the pilots and the people who are white. Most of the doctors in the country where they say DEI, we don't want it, we hate. Most of the doctors are white. And so all of those malpractice suits are against mostly white doctors. Most of the planes that fall out of the sky are
Of course.
piloted by.
Duh. He's trying to say these people are unqualified. That's why they're getting sued.
I don't know where he's going with this. Let's see.
Yeah, that's what he's trying to say. He's trying to say these people are unqualified.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
White pilots. And
Yes.
so then what is your issue then with diversity, equity, and inclusion?
I don't have one. The question.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm
Oh,
talking about
oh,
the
okay.
understood you. What is your issue then if there is no evidence
Well,
that
Plenty of evidence.
by hiring a bigger pool of people?
no, I think they think I think there is evidence. There are places. Okay, I will give you an example because we had fires here recently. I mentioned it on my show, so something new I'm saying. but our fire chief was a lesbian. And I said on my show, do I think a lesbian can do that job? Of course I do. But I think what they did was said, okay, we want to hire a lesbian first, so we're going to hire the best person among lesbians, as opposed to we're going to hire the best person.
Right.
That kind of thing. Now, I'm not saying that's exactly what happened, but
That's exactly what
Yeah,
happened.
y'all hired the best lesbian. Should be the best person.
Yeah, merit. Everything should be based on merit, not on your sexuality.
And before you start the video, don't limit the majority of the people that fly airplanes and are doctors in this country. It's a simple reason why that is. It's because the majority of our country, college graduates, are white people. That's why.
to pretend that that kind of thing hasn't been happening in this country
I don't disagree with you on that.
is disingenuous.
Okay.
At the beginning of this video, it's talking about how racist Trump's dad was. I mean, y'all comparing two different generations. If Trump was such a racist, why is he taking pictures of Snoop Dogg and getting awards from Jesse Jackson? I mean, you're comparing two generations.
Yeah, but how do we know that Trump's dad was racist?
I guess we're supposed to take that word for it.
Yeah.
Look, if there's any consolation, my dad was kind of racist, and he was black. Different generation.
Yeah.
He used to say some things around me when I was a little kid. I'd go to him and say, hey, mama, hey, daddy's black, right? Daddy was a Republican. Bob was a Democrat.
Daddy was racist as hell. But anyway, that's another video for another day.
Yeah.
But
Different generations, though.
Yeah, but Don Lemon is misrepresenting what DEI was all about.
Yeah.
You know what was going on with the DEI.
When he answered some of those questions, he pretty much affirmed what every Republican was thinking. You said it yourself. You increased the pool of applicants. Why? Because you're looking for a certain demographic of people to hire over more qualified people.
Yeah, and when you do that, and when you find something you're looking for, a black lesbian, you're going to give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. Like, yes, found a gay black woman. Got a gay black man right here? Man, what if I can find a trans?